Hi, and welcome to Bauer Beauty, the YouTube station where you will get professional skincare advice from a licensed esthetician. That's me, and I'm also the founder of Bauer Beauty Skincare, which is found on Amazon. So you're gonna wanna subscribe now so you don't miss any of my videos in the future. I post weekly. Today, we are comparing Neutrogena's top-selling anti-aging moisturizers. I have all four right here with me. That is the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair, the new Peptide Cream, the Triple Age Repair, and the Neutrogena Hydra Boost. And I'm gonna be comparing and contrasting them in 5 different ways. First, the formulas. That's just looking at the ingredient list and making a determination on how good I think the formula is based on looking at the inky alone. Textures. I'm going to compare and contrast the textures, show you all of them and let you know how they feel. The packaging component, that's the actual jar that it comes in, comparing how good I think their active ingredients or their key ingredient is in each formula, and how ultimately I think they performed and the results that I saw using these formulas. So you're gonna get a really thorough analysis on all of these products, and stay tuned until the end because we're gonna be doing a giveaway once we hit 10,000 on this channel. You're gonna wanna stay tuned for that. So for each of these, I'm not gonna be telling you that this one's my favorite and this one's my least favorite. In fact, in all of these sections, I have my individual favorites, things that stand out to me about each product, certain things I love about one product over the other, and I can't necessarily put these in ascending order. I can tell you this cream is going to be best for this use, and this cream is going to be best for this use, but I can't say that this one is my favorite and this one's my least favorite. Well, I do have a least favorite actually, just stay tuned for that. So let's start by comparing the formulas, the ingredient lists. Off the bat, just glancing at them, my favorite formula is the Neutrogena Hydra Boost, and that is because it is the shortest ingredient list with absolutely no fragrance, and it uses a lot of silicone. It is also a very humectant driven formula, so it's really good at sealing in the water and holding the water in. It is very, very good at that, but it's also, I love that it has so much silicone in it. It has at least 5 different types of silicones in here that I can see. It has a ton of glycerin, and it is such a simple formula, and that's what I like the most about it. I like formulas that are simple, to the point, for multiple reasons. Number 1, I don't really like fluff, but number 2, it's just gonna be less prone to irritate and more of a punctuation of what you're looking for in your skincare. It's not trying to impress you by doing the most. It just is what it is. It's good at what it does, and this is very good at what it does. Silicone is the second ingredient. That is a very good ingredient to seal in all of the moisture that the other ingredients are going to provide. The other ingredients in here are going to suck the water in, and the silicone is really going to trap it and penetrate it very deeply. That's why I like this formula the best, also because it has no fragrance. The Peptide Cream, which is this right here, brand new from them, this is the longest inky. Therefore, I'm not going to say it's my least favorite. It's just notable that it is so long. It also has fragrance. I like the active ingredients in here, but we're going to talk about that in the other section. For now, we're just talking about the inky, and this, just at first glance, it's so long and it has fragrance, so it's not going to be like my favorite. But my second favorite is this Retinol Rapid Wrinkle Repair. This is their new branding for Rapid Wrinkle Repair. And the reason why I like this formula is because it is the second shortest. Also a pretty simple formula for what it is, and it is also fragrance free. And mostly what's in here are either emollients, humectants, texture enhancers. So there's not like a lot of fluff. The ingredients in here are just to make the vehicle of the moisturizer a pleasant experience and for it to go on well on your skin. So I really like it. So yeah, this one is my second favorite. Now the least favorite of mine is this Triple Age Repair. And the reason it's my least favorite, it's right here, it just seems very, very dated. Tons of parabens, which we know parabens don't really, disrupt hormones like, the trend was going around recently that parabens are bad and whatever. But I also don't like that it has a lot of fragrance and dye, and it just feels like a dated formula because their more modern formulas are available fragrance free, are available dye free, are available paraben free, but this formula, it just seems like it's just an older formula. It really, looking at it, I was not impressed. It has mica, it has, like I said, all those parabens, it has fragrance, it has dye. So I don't know, this was my least favorite out of the 4. Next, I'm going to be walking through the textures with you and just comparing the textures against one another. So the first one I will show you is the peptide cream. The peptide cream is a watery butter. It is a little bit more watery than emollient. As you can see, it has kind of like a buoyant texture, but it does still have that emollient factor, but it completely absorbs. It feels a little bit watery on the skin, which I like, but it does have emollients as well and leaves you looking pretty dewy. The Triple Age Repair is kind of like your classic lotion. It is a perfect blend between watery and oily, and it's very light and frankly boring. It's very thin, and so it is going to absorb into your skin very nicely, but you can see it leaves you a little bit dewy. It's definitely only for the evening. Then you have the Rapid Wrinkle Repair, which is a little bit more buttery than the Triple Age Repair, and also a little bit more emollient than the peptide cream. As you can see, it's richness, but it's still thin enough where it will rub in and absorb really nicely. It is supposed to be a night cream only, and so it does leave you emollient, but that's okay for a night cream, depending on the texture you like to feel on your skin. Now, last but not least is the Hydro Boost, which is a definitely like buoyant, watery, jelly, creamy texture. Barely oily. This really does not have any emollient in it whatsoever. It does have a little bit of emollient, but compared to the others, not at all. And this absorbs completely into the skin and leaves your skin looking flat, in a good way I mean, like flat as in matte. But you can't tell because it's layered over the other creams now. Okay. So now let's talk about the components. My favorite component by far, well, my favorite component is this right here. I freaking love the silk screen design. I love the black and white. I love the thick glass. This is glass. I love the thickness of it, of the cap and the bottom. I just love the aesthetic of it. It feels expensive. It feels luxurious. I think it's fun to use. It's fun to open. It looks modern, it looks attractive, it looks really nice. I just absolutely love this component. My second favorite is the Hydro Boost. This is a plastic or acrylic component, but I don't mind because it kind of goes with the theme. It is blue and it's really cute, and it's plastic all the way around. I don't know, I think it's just like a nice size too. It's easy to hold in your hand, easy to open and close, and I don't know, I feel like it just goes with the theme of Hydro Boost, so I really like it. Third favorite is this Rapid Wrinkle Repair. This is actually a glass jar, so I was so shocked because I expected this to be plastic based on the color, but this is obviously a custom unit. But I like, again, the thickness of this jar, and I like it fits in your hand really nicely, but I like the glass. It elevates the experience of it. My least favorite for all of these categories, this is the Triple Age Repair. I don't like this because it looks like it's fake. It's trying to be something it's not. This is actually plastic, this is plastic, but they're both trying to look more expensive. This is trying to look like glass, this is trying to look like metal. It's just, I don't know, it's just not it. It's extremely underwhelming to me. It feels cheap. It sounds cheap. It is fucking cheap, actually. Now let's talk about the highlighted ingredients in each of these. So the Triple Age Repair. I can't even remember the name because it's so underwhelming. The Triple Age Repair. This, I don't even know what the active ingredients in here are because their pitch is that it is hexanol. but we don't know what hexanol is. I think what hexanol is in here is this hexylresorcinol, which is just an antioxidant, and it's just like, what's the big fucking deal? How is this a triple age repair? It's literally all marketing. It says new, but I feel like this cream is like one of their older creams, maybe the first cream they ever invented, the first anti-aging cream they ever invented before there was like the social media savvy consumer. And maybe this is marketed towards like an older demographic that's not on social media, that isn't privy to like the knowledge that we have, what formulas are supposed to look like, what quality looks like, what good ingredients look like. I have no idea what hexanol is. I don't know why they don't explain it. I don't know why it's triple age repair. I think it's just because they're saying wrinkles, unevenness, and firmness. It's like, you really think you're gonna get this from one antioxidant that doesn't even have much evidence behind it, according to Paula's Choice. So yeah, fuck this cream. Next cream. The peptide cream in theory has the best combination of ingredients, but it's like a little weird, okay? So it has glycolic in it, which I was not aware of before I bought it. And actually I was super excited about that because glycolic is obviously an alpha hydroxy acid that's going to increase cell turnover, produce collagen, lightly exfoliate the skin, but it's also gonna help to penetrate the peptide in here a little bit deeper. So I think it's a great combination of ingredients. However, if this was a peptide cream by itself, it might be better because then you could use it at night with your Retin-A. Right now, I'm hesitant to use my Retin-A layered with this because of the glycolic acid in here. So this isn't great enough to use by itself without Retin-A. You need a retinol in your routine, but as of now, I'm wary of layering it just because I don't want to overdo the actives. But like I said, in theory, I love the idea of the active ingredients in here, how they've combined alpha hydroxy acids and peptides. The peptide in here they've used is a peptide they've designed on their own with dermatologists, and it makes up 0.4% of the formula, which is actually quite high. It's a good percentage of the formula. And this peptide is called dipeptide-31 amide. I think that's the peptide that they're talking about, that they've developed in here, and it's actually a micro size. So they've broken the peptide down to a very teeny tiny size so it can penetrate the skin more easily. Peptides need to get to the dermis level of the skin, which is the second layer of skin, in order to have the most effective change. Moving on, next product is the Rapid Wrinkle Repair. This I was so shocked by. My skin actually turned red, and I read on the box that it says, you may experience mild redness, a warm tingling sensation, or flaking. These are normal temporary indications that the product is working. I was totally shocked. I'm on 0.1% prescription Retin-A, and my skin tolerates it, and this actually created a reaction in my skin that I was shocked by, because this in theory is less potent than the product I use almost every night, but I still got really good activity from this. So I am kind of obsessed with this. I still am using my 0.1% prescription more often, but I freaking love this. I would say this is probably good for, if you're not going to use it on your face, you can use it on your neck, chest, hands. Let's say you want to use your Retin-A, your most potent active, on your face. Well, you can use this on your hands, on your chest, on your neck, on other parts of your body that you want to anti-age as well, because that's always my issue, is finding anti-aging products for the body. So this is something that I would consider this for. Not that I wouldn't use it on my face, I am going to, because it's pretty amazing, but it's just when I'm comparing, do I want to use a Retin-A or a retinol cream, I'm obviously going to go towards my Retin-A for the majority of the time. But this I'm going to throw in here and there, and it's so nice. And by the way, this is the fragrance-free version. I think I mentioned that before, but just in case you don't know, this comes in a fragrance-free version as well as a regular fragranced version, and I obviously opted for the fragrance-free. Okay, last is the Hydra Boost, and this is a product that was originally marketed as like their hyaluronic acid moisturizer. Now, their hyaluronic acid percentage in here is quite low. Not saying you need a high percentage, but the product is amazing, not because of the hyaluronic acid. It's because of the silicones and the glycerin, and that is what makes this product amazing. And yes, that is when you think of hyaluronic acid, you think of something bouncy and watery and plumping. But what's doing that in here is, like I said, the paraffins, the silicone, the glycerin. Then the hyaluronic acid is kind of an afterthought. in my opinion. It's in here, but it's like in such a small percentage, and it's like, I know that's not what's really doing the magic of this formula. That is really the marketing in this formula. Hyaluronic acid has such a brand awareness, it has such a good PR agent, versus glycerin really doesn't. Glycerin's pretty boring, but it's more effective. Last section is performance. So I'm going to tell you how each of these performed, even though I kind of have touched on that a little bit. So the Hydro Boost is my favorite when it comes to the performance of it, because you see instant results. It is the most versatile. You can use it day or night. It layers perfectly under sunscreen, under makeup. It is flawless, and that's why I absolutely freaking love this. And like I said, it's the instant results that you see with this. It's the immediate brightening effect. You see a reduction in texture, you see a more plump appearance, and it is outstanding. Absolutely freaking outstanding. Love the performance of this. Next, I'm gonna go back to the Rapid Wrinkle Repair again. I was so shocked how potent this formula actually is. If you've never been on retinol before, I would recommend this cream 100%, and I would recommend it in small doses, but I would venture to say you don't even need to worry about getting a prescription retinoid if you're on this for an extended period of time. This is obviously just for nighttime, and that's not only just because of the retinol, it's because it's a little greasy, which I want in a night cream. If something that's a little bit greasy and a little bit emollient, I like sleeping in that because it feels rich. It feels like it's holding in the moisture into my skin and softening fine lines and wrinkles and plumping everything up overnight. I just like that. It's like a blanket that you're sleeping with on your skin, and it really is going to help to penetrate that retinol really deeply as well. But yeah, this is just for nighttime. You are going to look a little bit red and flushed probably at first, and your skin is just going to look really dewy and plump and maybe a little bit even greasy because it is a little emollient, especially in the summertime. But I freaking love it, and over a long period of time, I know I would see results with this. Even though I haven't been using it in a long period of time, I can tell you that you will see results. This peptide cream is going to give you good results, but like I said, you're going to get better results with a prescription retinoid or a retinol cream. So I would use this as like on your off days. If you want to skip a day with retinol, use this. This is going to be a good way to combat aging from a different angle, but it's just not the most effective way to combat aging. But like I said, I wish you could layer it. You can't use this during the day either. I mean, you might be able to, but I would shy away from it just because the glycolic acid content in here makes you very sensitive to the sun. It's also like a little bit emollient too. However, it does absorb a little bit nicer than the Rapid Wrinkle Repair. It's not as rich and emollient. So you could, in theory, use this during the day as well, but you just have to layer a really good sunscreen over it. Last and least, I have not used this cream. I have no interest in using this cream. I do not like how it is orange and it smells like perfume. I just have I have no interest in using this whatsoever. I'm probably gonna return it actually, because for all the things that I've listed already. I don't like the color, I don't like the texture, I don't like the ingredients, I don't like the smell of it, I don't like the packaging of it, I don't like really anything about it. And so I don't think I'm going to use it. I don't really have a reason to try it. Let me know in the comments if you've ever used this and if I'm being an asshole. So overall, I like them all for different reasons, as you can see. I like the Hydro Boost because it's the most versatile, and I fucking love how it makes your skin look right away. But I like this as like a solid ass night cream, the Rapid Wrinkle Repair. This is a nice cream, just like aesthetically. I like how it looks, I like how it feels high end, but I don't know, I'm not gonna say I wish they would take the glycolic out, but I wish it was more functional. And maybe I will get to a point where I feel comfortable using this over retinoids, but I do wish it came in a fragrance-free version, because just to subtract from any chance of irritation, because it already has glycolic, it already has the peptides, and maybe with a retinoid, and then you're gonna add a fragrance over it. It's just not a good idea. It's not necessary. No one wants fragrance. Well, I'm gonna say the majority of people don't want fragrance. And then I already shared my thoughts about this. So those are my overall thoughts. Hopefully this video is helpful for you. Now, I did tell you to stay until the end because we're doing a giveaway. Once we hit 10,000, which is in just about 1,000 or so away, I have been compiling doing a bunch of products for you guys, skincare, makeup, and all of that. And I don't have the final array of products yet because I'm still accumulating them and putting things together, but I definitely want to do a giveaway because I'm so excited. We're almost at 10,000. We're almost at 10 freaking thousand. Oh my gosh, I've been doing YouTube now for a solid 2 years or so. YouTube is the hardest platform for me to post on, or has historically been the hardest platform for me to post on, because I have ADHD like a motherfucker. And so ADD makes it hard to do one task for an extended period of time. That's why I like TikTok. That's why I like Instagram. It's quick, it's done, it's easy, it's over. But YouTube takes planning. I have to script. I have to research video ideas. I have to, send this to the editor, compress the file, enlarge the file, write the description, create the thumbnail, all just for one video. And it's like on TikTok, I post one video, it takes me 5 minutes and I get 100,000 views, versus on here, it's a longer process is my point. And so for my attention span, it is harder to do. So I am really proud of achieving that 10,000 mark. And also I have improved the quality of my videos as well. I've hired an editor. And like I said, I have been doing more scripting. So I have a context for each video I go into. I know what the outline is going to look like, what I'm going to be talking about. So I feel like my videos have been more thorough, and hopefully that you guys have been enjoying them more. So that's it. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe now, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.